Hello, my name is Mr. David. I'm here to talk about the video I made last week about what the government has told us to do, like wash hands and regularly not to touch surfaces or our faces, our mouth and our nose. I'm here to congratulate the government on the initiative to make us wear masks, because science has proven that the coronavirus spreads through the droplets that come from our mouth and fall into surfaces, and then when we touch the surfaces, we get to carry the virus from one surface to another person or to another surface. So washing hands minimizes the chances of carrying the virus from one surface to a person or from one surface to another person. So there's also something else that has come into play: wearing of a mask. Wearing of a mask may not necessarily protect you, because the masks that we are wearing are fabric masks. Most of the people are wearing fabric masks, and those masks have not been made according to the requirements of quality masks. Like, all masks should have at least 3 layers of fabric, so that the first fabric protects you from the droplets, and the second one filters it, and the third one it's in contact with you. So that's common sense. We know that, isn't it? Now, wearing of mask is also another thing that it does. When you wear a mask, when droplets come from your mouth, fall into the mask, so they don't fall into surfaces that where people will touch and get infected, or touch and carry that infection to another person. So it's a good thing that the government has told us all to wear masks, because this mask will minimize the infection from one person to another. As in, when we are talking, there's some people, the saliva droplets jump from their mouth, not because they want it, but because that's how they are. That's how their bodies are. So when we wear masks, we minimize the droplets from jumping from our mouth and falling into other persons or surfaces. And there's also another thing that the government has told us to do: cashless transaction. This is because money offer a good surface for the virus to sit on, like notes, any money, any kind of money produce a good surfaces, because they go through us. When you exchange cash, they must be counted, Yeah, when you count them, you could get infected. So it is good for us to do cashless transaction, so to minimize and help the government to flatten this curve, and we go back to the normalcy. Even before this pandemic came, our nation, Kenya, was really bad, doing bad economically, and now it's wreaking havoc, because people have been given leaves, payless leave, the leaves that have not been paid, to go and sit at home. You know what that is, because there will be less money for you to pay bills, less money for you to eat, and when you get sick, it's common sense. So if we help the government to end this pandemic, it will be easier for us to go out there. Though in this environment, there's also people who are doing it for big head, kichwa ngumu. So they are going out. The government has told us to stay in the houses. When the curfew starts, other people goes out, and it's party after party like it was there before. You're not helping us, because you're contributing into someone's misery, and that's not good. It is so good for us to help the government, because that is where we get our first hands when we want help, because we've made it our big brother. So we must be able to respect our big brother, so that we can get out of this. The whole world is sick, wearing masks. Wear yours to avoid infecting another person.